with joining the army and being in the Kargil war and sacrificing his life in a very heroic way. And so we don't have to do much there, but what we can do is we can tell his story in a way to the country, to the world, and not just in Nagaland. Uh, of how this boy came from such means, inspire the youth that the beginning of your story is not in your hands, but the ending is for your family, for you. And I think that is something we hope to do with Nimbusa.
And one last question. I found that both of you went to Nagaland, actually traveled
Absolutely.
there. And this is what makes a great book. That when you go and you do genuine research, you talk to the families, you stay there, and you see on a one-to-one basis what the reality is. And then the book comes alive. So tell us how that happened and what did you learn?
The credit goes to my sister for that.
Yeah, we were very, I'm sure Diksha also would have, but we were very, very sure that we cannot write this book without going to Nagaland. We cannot write the whole life about the life of a man who lived in that place. Most of his life was there only. So if we would not have gone, we would have done injustice to the story. And again, why would they trust us if this is what we give them? So we were very sure that we'll go, and it definitely, for us also, it was a new experience. We had no connection, we had no experience with anyone from the Nagaland community. I have known some people during the course of my college, but I didn't really know much, and we learned a lot. The way that they see life in general, the way that they see relationships, I somehow wasn't expecting that. It seems that even in their family, everybody's living for each other, which was very, very heartwarming to see. And I cried buckets on my last day there. I can tell you.
I remember something that we learned during that trip, by the way, is that Kengrose family is quite popular in Nagaland. So we were in a cab once, and we were like, so the driver was talking to us, and we were like, yeah, we are here for a research trip. We are actually writing about, this man who was. He's like, Kengrose family, we know. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy in Nagaland. But other than that, I think it was an extremely learning experience for both of us. We didn't know about the culture. I think had we not gone there, the book would have not come out the way it has.
Culture and the food.
Absolutely. So I would like the audience to ask some questions if they would like. Any questions?
Yeah, actually, no question. Further to take Neha and Diksha's point, having gone through the Kargil war oneself also, and seen the battle there, and also been in the number of insurgencies all throughout my life, uh, it is the mental robustness which counts rather than the physical robustness. And especially, like the officer you're mentioning, he comes from a place, from a rural background, where the mental robustness is very strong. And you people, the children sitting behind, wearing this dress, NCC dress, you could be one of them tomorrow, because you also belong to the same fraternity of that mental robustness. So it is the Kargil war, I'll tell you, is a war which was fought out of the book. All teachings failed. If we were have to go what we were taught in IMA, we would have been unsuccessful. This was just because the examples given, how they lured the enemy, how they went without shoes, what all they did. It's amazing. And this was only possible by the young leadership. And all these boys, whether they survived it, all men, whether they survived it or they lost their life, we lost 563 officers and men there. So this was due to their presence of mind, their mental robustness, their leadership qualities came up there. So it's not a textbook war. It's a unique war. Thank you. Compliments to you.
Thank you so
sir.
much for
I,
your
I,
service.
I would just want to mention that, in our book, we've written that it starts with a dedication, and the end of the dedication is that it is for every young person looking for a hero. And I suppose that's all of you sitting here. And I hope at least some of you find your hero in Nimbusa.
Absolutely. So we shall end now because I am being prompted repeatedly.
There's a
Any
question.
last? Okay, one last question we
Ma'am,
can
just
take.
one quick question. What was the most difficult part in that book which you have written? You face that, we will be able to do justice, so we need to spend more time on that.
Nibu Saab, I can tell you, for me, there are two chapters that I think the chapters tell themselves. One is Men Don't Cry, and another is The Grief. Both very difficult chapters to write for us, especially because we are Kargil War martyrs' daughters, and we know how it
And
feels.
siblings, and it is from the point of view of Atule, who's a sibling. And there's a point in time when he says that he actually never reconciled with his brother. If you read the book, you'll know. And that was very hard. Like whenever
We were in an interview, we were interviewing him, and the moment he made us feel that he had regret, I think that was the moment, like a climax moment for us during our research, because I was like, this is the reason why we're writing the book. For you to tell his story, to say your sorries, whatever that may be, that is why, and that is the effort that we put in for Atuli actually. To tell his side of the story to Nibu wherever he is. I hope that answers your question.
Any last question? Absolutely. So I think when you talk about regret, I also remember how your father left in the middle of the night. It was 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You were little children. You just said a kind of a rudimentary bye, and then you did not see him come back. I think that touches our hearts, and we must acknowledge the sacrifice of our brave hearts, and hope to God that in future no such wars happen and our men remain safe. So a big round of applause to our authors for bringing this story to life, and of course our men, our brave men in the defense forces. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. I loved your questions, by the way. These are very rare. Thank you.
It was a very interesting and enlightening session, and coming from a place of personal